Welcome to my video. I just filmed a whole video and it didn't film, so I'm a little bit upset, but it's okay. We can start over. We can keep going and keep doing it. So do you feel out of place where you are? Do you feel stuck and feel like you can't get out of the same constant loop of what you're doing over and over, the same thought patterns, the same experiences over and over and over again? Well, you've come to the right place, you've come to the right video, because this is going to be like a story time slash advice session to really help you and really help you grow and become what you want to become. And I know the title is Moving Across the Country is the Only Way I Changed. Yes, so I'm going to be talking about that. So stay tuned for that. But also, I'm going to just be giving advice if you are actually stuck in the place that you're stuck in. You're stuck in the town that you're stuck in and you can't move out, and you want advice on how to grow and how to become your dream self. I got you. I'm gonna help you. Yeah, I have a coffee with me today. Iced vanilla latte. Delicious. And we're gonna get right into it. So hi, I'm Mariana. This is my channel, Exemplify. I talk about spirituality, psychology, mindset, self-development, and a lot more. So thank you so much for joining today. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm very passionate about creating a little community of people who are interested in bettering themselves and growing themselves. So if that's you, hi, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So let's get into it. So I moved across the country about 7 months ago, and I feel like I've truly changed as a person. I moved right after high school, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, she just moved for college, whatever. No, me and my whole family picked up and we moved here across the country, and it's really been life-changing because yes, I'm a freshman in college. I don't go back to my hometown during breaks or anything like that, so I haven't seen my friends from my hometown in a very long time, and that's just the reality of it. But I feel like although that's a con, there are so many pros to moving across the country, because I fully believe that if you're stuck in a constant loop of living a certain way and the same thoughts and stuff like that, you can't change unless you change your external environment. I mean, you can, it's just harder. I'm going to be talking about that as well, because your internal thoughts, I believe, can help you shape your reality. So that's very important. Look at this top. It's open back. I love it. Anyways, sorry, side note. But yeah, when you're stuck in your hometown, you're very much living the same life over and over again. You're surrounded by the same people every single day, which is not necessarily a bad thing. If you have a great group of friends around you and a great support system, then that's amazing. That's great. I did too. Loved it. That's perfect. But when I moved across the country, there was a point in the summer where I spent pretty much 3 months alone, except for talking to my mom and my sister every once in a while. I literally moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, so that's a huge difference. The people are different, the environment is different, everything, the weather is different. So yeah, it's a very big change, but a good change, I think, because being stuck in the same environment and doing the same things every single day can kind of be detrimental unless you're building consistent habits of like going to the gym and stuff like that. There are good consistent things, obviously, and if you're happy where you are, that's amazing, that's perfect. I'm not coming on here trying to say like I wasn't happy where I lived, I wasn't happy in my hometown, because truly I very much was, and I do miss it a lot of the time. But I believe that coming to a new environment will help you have a rapid growth rate spiritually, mentally, physically, all that stuff. Like, I feel like my life did a complete 360. I finally start, like, my frontal lobe started developing. I don't know, maybe that's part of it. But because you're forced into these new experiences where you're at in your hometown, you've lived the same experience over and over again, so you're very comfortable. Your brain isn't really creating any new neural networks, it's not creating any new connections. So you're kind of, all your days can kind of collapse if you're doing the same thing over and over again. You walk the same route, you go to the same job, you clock in at the same time. Like, those can be very compressed into your brain, and you're kind of just going through the motions on autopilot sometimes. But when you change your environment, you're forced to be in a new environment, experience new experiences, meet new people, talk to new people, because you don't have the same friends that you did back home. You don't have the same shopping areas and stuff like that. You don't have the same day-to-day experiences. So it forces you to kind of think more, I guess, and experience more and open your mind more, because I did not realize how different people could be from one side of the country to the other side of the country. It is a completely different world. People are completely different here, and people even say, they're like, you give East Coast, and I'm like, okay, thank you. Is that a good thing, bad thing? Don't know. But yeah, so you're forced to change your mind, kind of change your mind and open your mind up to new things, whether that's big or small, which will force you to grow, basically. And also, it kind of forces you to spend a period alone, which I know is difficult sometimes, but I think it is important as well, because that's when I truly found out what I was passionate about, what I liked, and it truly gave me time to journal, find out who I was, figure out my limiting beliefs, and figure out who I want to be, what I want to do, and just figure out so much about myself that I would have never figured out because I was so distracted by so many other things and just life in general, which isn't a bad thing. But when you spend time alone, wow, okay, you figure stuff out about yourself, and you're given time to really dive into what you want to research, what you want to do. So when I moved, I spent like 3 months alone. I literally dived deep into the mind, into psychology and stuff like that, because I am genuinely so interested and passionate about it. That's why I started making videos about it as well. So yeah, I think that's beautiful. But if you are stuck in your hometown and you can't move and you feel stuck, there still are ways that you can grow and change internally, externally. If you want to change externally, you can try to find new groups of friends, and I know that can be very hard, but there's a saying that says you are like the 5 people that surround you. So make sure you're surrounding yourself with good people, with passionate people, with people who they don't necessarily have to have the same ideas about life, but value similar things as you, that bring you up, not bring you down, because your support system is such a strong pillar and strong bone in your life that your life will genuinely be shaped around these experiences, because human connection is one of our most innate desires and most innate needs. Like, we, on Maslow's hierarchy, literally one of the first blocks is love and belonging. So that's how important it is. It is really important. So you must be in a place where you feel like you belong. And if you don't, first of all, so sorry. There are ways you can change that. So you can literally find new hobbies, find new groups of people that are similar to you in that way and like the same things as you. So you can go find new hobbies, go to new places, start new things. And also, I feel like a lot of us, the reason we're not finding what we want to do, what we're passionate about, is because our generation very much endlessly scrolls on our phone, trying to get dopamine hits, trying to fill up time when we're bored and stuff like that. But if you go out and you literally just start doing anything else. Go for walks, go journal, go do whatever. Even if you're starting alone without any friends who like doing what you like to do, you're creating a more peaceful mind because you're not on social media, because you're not endlessly scrolling, looking at everybody else's life, because everybody else's life on social media is a highlight reel and not their actual life. They don't show you they show you the ups, but they don't show you the downs. So, and I promise there are downs in every single person's life. So you just have to trust, and once you get off and you disconnect from that, you'll find that your life is a lot more peaceful, a lot more enjoyable. You can figure stuff out about your life. You can figure stuff out about yourself, about your life, and you can truly become confident in yourself because you researched yourself. Basically, you know who you are, you know what you like. You can't find out what you like if you don't try anything. So start trying things, and then you can find groups of people who like to do that, because I guarantee you there are probably clubs, there are probably organizations, there are probably places you can go where people have similar aspirations as you. And if you don't, it's not the end of the world. Especially if you're in high school, it's not the end of the world. There will be people when you're older, there will be people when you're in college, when you're out of high school, whatever your path is, that enjoy the same things as you do, because there's so many people on this planet. There are people who are bound to like the same things that you do. That's just human nature, and if they don't, I don't believe that. I literally don't. There literally are. So yeah, that's the moral of the story. Just start finding your hobbies, change your external world if you want to change your internal world, vice versa. I believe that those two work together, because your internal world will change how you view your external world will change how you view life in ways. If you're just feeding yourself negative content, negative stuff in your external world, of course your internal world is going to be negative as well. You have to feed yourself like you're feeding yourself on a diet, but it's like with hobbies, with content, with. So if you're on social media, I'm not against social media, obviously. I'm making a YouTube video, but just be conscious of what you're consuming. Don't consume a lot of negative stuff. I follow people on social media that I'm like and that are passionate about the same things as me, because yes, there's not a lot of people in my external environment that are passionate about the same things that I'm passionate about to the extent that I'm passionate about it. But I follow people on social media that are passionate about the same things that I'm passionate about. So it's amazing, you know? So yes, there are similar people, and I've connected with some of those people over DMs, over text, and stuff like that. So it is possible, and yeah, and you can do it. So thank you so much for watching. Please come back next time. Love you so much. Have a great day.